This is a laundromat that's behind me, and I talked to a man who is renting 2 units attached to this building on the back side of it. He and other people who live in the area think what happened was the front half of the roof snapped back onto the back half of the roof. I thought it was a construction site when I drove by it earlier. I had to come back and see that that actually wasn't true. We also know that all of the homes that still have their internal plumbing in place, those homes that are still livable, they do have running water, but it's not drinkable right now because the sanitation plant for the city was damaged, but people can shower and use their toilets. Drive-through testing for COVID-19 still requires some protective equipment as doctors lean in to administer a test, but it's a lot less than if someone had to be brought into a hospital where they could infect others or possibly catch something themselves. You can test your tire tread at home. You just need to take a penny, flip it upside down, and put it in your tire. If you can see Lincoln's whole head, that means you need new tires. Looks like I have a little bit of life left. Next year, the school district says Iowa City High students will use the building, but beyond that is still undetermined, and it may just be a parking lot. The new Disability Services Center has technology that allows you to put a document down and magnify it, zoom in, and even switch between black and white. There are people, though, who feel the department still has a ways to go after it failed to punish an officer involved in an illegal search and seizure in 2019.
Hey, you just jaywalked all over the street right here. Do you mind using the sidewalk for me?
Yes, sir.
Police don't generally pay a lot of attention to jaywalking.
Is that cool? I don't want to write you a ticket.
When they do, it's usually not the only charge involved. ICPD officers stopped and searched a black man they believed to be a felon in possession last December. Seen here on vest camera footage obtained through an open records request. Officer Travis Neild made the initial stop.
Well, he's jaywalking right now, so I mean there's always that. But I don't recognize him either.
Neild received a tip the man had something heavy in his pocket. He initiated the stop for jaywalking and once backup moved in, arrested the man.
Stop!
That man was Chris Kelly, who was previously convicted of a felony. He was carrying a weapon that day, which convicted felons cannot do. But that was all discovered after the stop. Eric Tyndall is an Iowa City lawyer who's reviewed this case.
They didn't identify who this individual was exactly, nor were they able to really identify what he may have been carrying.
A federal judge ruled in August that officers lacked evidence to suspect Kelly of a serious crime and did not have enough to warrant a jaywalking stop, violating his Fourth Amendment rights.
It wasn't a just reason to do it.
People were upset by the incident, and more upset when they realized Officer Neild was community relations officer for 2 months while the case was being reviewed.
Which honestly infuriated a lot of people. I mean, I've heard people in the South District saying that that's like a slap in the face.
Amel Ali has lived in Iowa City for 20 years. She's on the new Truth and Reconciliation Commission. The department updated its policies in October to make jaywalking and things like tinted windows secondary violations. Minor infractions can no longer be the sole reason for pulling someone over. Ali is happy the policy is changing, but doubts it will convince the people who really mistrust police.
The African American community, or the population that is uneasy with police officers, isn't watching city council meetings and seeing these new policies be put in place.
The city admits what happened to Chris Kelly does not help them get closer to the community.
Anytime that's done, there is a societal cost that hinders our ability to build relationships. And I think that's what the learning moment is here.
City officials say this policy change is just a first step. Ali says it has to be if the city truly wants zero tolerance for biased policing.
And I know this is hard right now because there's, we have just like an interim police chief, but someone coming out and saying, hey, we messed up. I think that would have gone a lot further.
Thank you, Jerry. Good to see us.
When Bob Jen put out the call on Facebook 2 weeks ago, he had no idea how many people would show up for his mom's birthday.
Just go into the overflow.
Come Saturday, well over 100 people showed up for his mom Viva's 105th birthday and her second cousin Mary's 104th.
Hi.
How's it going?
From firefighters to farmers to family, everyone was there.
Hi, Jane. Yeah, thank you, Jane.
The outpouring of the community is, besides family and friends, is just tremendous.
Each person bringing their own personal touch. Bob is thankful that people took the time to make memories with them. It was a safe way to come together when we still may feel far apart.
They're getting cards from people that really don't know because it's such a special deal.
Did you know you had this many friends?
Oh, not really. I sure got a lot of them, though.
In Hills, Travis Breese, News 7, KWWL. David and Sabrina Jaramillo say every day is really a struggle for them as they adjust to losing their son, but they say they still feel him in their lives very often, and they want to keep celebrating his life and the people that he touched.
You find yourself trying to figure out where am I right now.
Parents David and Sabrina Jaramillo say they wake up every day just trying to do their best.
We're all going through it together. We're not sure if we're doing it right or wrong, but we know we're trying every day.
They say their son Michael was a jokester, and the world will miss his energy.
He was a prankster, jokester, storyteller. He was always got a fast zip, like back at you.
The family still feels they are blessed. David Jr. was stuck underwater for 10 minutes during the accident, but he's now out of a coma and fully healthy.
He came out very strong mentally and physically, and we're very happy. Our son, it could have been worse. We could have lost two sons.
The people at Christian Life Church have been eager to support them. On Tuesday, gathering to wish Michael happy birthday and send him some balloons.
Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you.
The Jaramillos miss him every day, but they still feel him and say one day they'll all be reunited.
We still have our faith, and we know we're going to see him one day and forever.
Oh,